Hey, welcome to the Joy Compass with David Love. I am an author, speaker, and content creator, and my work is really about increasing your happiness. Because in the process of increasing your happiness, your quality of life in all areas improves. It also gives me the freedom to touch on a lot of different subjects. And so today, the thing I want to talk about is the amazing wonders of cold showers. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to touch on, first of all, my experience with cold showers. Then I'm going to talk about some of the benefits. And then finally, I will give you a few tips which will help you if you are in the process of mastering cold showers. Okay, so first of all, my experience. I started taking cold showers in 2015. A friend of mine had told me she'd taken one as a challenge, and I like a challenge, so I thought I'm gonna take 3 in 1 week, right? Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So Monday rolls around, I take the first cold shower, the cold water hits me, I'm swearing, I'm blaspheming. I wish I recorded the audio, it was hilarious. But once I got through it and I got out, I felt just amazing. I was like, whoa, flew into the day, right? Wednesday rolls around, I'm kind of psyching myself up, pacing back and forth, looking at the shower, like, trying to get myself, psyched up and ready. This time there was a little bit less swearing. Again, when the cold hit me, I was like, to manage the kind of shock. But again, when I finished it, I felt amazing. And at that point, I Googled it, and I was like, what are the benefits? So I Googled the benefits of cold showers and found out there are actually loads of benefits, which I'm going to come on to. So I stuck at doing them from the end of October 2015 until the end of March 2016, all through winter. And I had some really amazing experiences. Like, I remember one particular day when I'd got to the point where I could just regulate my body temperature. And that might sound strange, but I just had this connection between my mind and body after doing them for a certain amount of time. And I remember one day I was running somewhere and I had to run like half an hour to catch this train. And I was fully, I was fully clothed. I was dressed for work, so I wasn't dressed for running, and I had like a bag. And normally I'd be sweating, right? But I was kind of regulating my temperature. So I arrived there and I was just cool, like I wasn't sweating. And I remember thinking, this is some Jedi shit going on right here. I remember another night when I was out real late, went out with some friends for food, and then I was coming home and I was crossing Hungerford Bridge, and it was cold and it was stormy winds as well. And I was wearing like this little t-shirt and a thin jacket, and I was just standing on the bridge, just absorbing the cold. And it was amazing. Like, the way you connect with nature when you can manage the cold is completely different. Because I'd always been someone that loved the heat and would, wrap up warm in the cold. But I went through that whole winter without wearing a winter coat at all. So moving on to benefits more specifically, and again, please do Google this yourself, do your own research. But some of the benefits of cold showers include increased testosterone, stronger immune system. Cold showers also improve your circulation. They improve your skin as well. And a big one, I think, is in terms of willpower and self-discipline. Like, it's really good for your mind to be able to manage that, especially first thing in the morning, starting your day. It just puts you in a really positive frame of mind. And I just find it just energizes me so much, man. It's such a great way to wake up. So in terms of specific tips that I would offer, I'll share 3. The first is quite counterintuitive, and that is, when you're first starting, the best way to do a cold shower is to start with a warm shower. So have a warm shower, wash all your bits. Once you're immaculate, then at the end, turn off the warm and just have like a blast of cold for, say, 20, 30 seconds. And later on, you can increase that amount of time. I didn't do that. I went just full in. I went straight to cold, and it's much more of a shock to your body temperature, right? So I've done the research and the experience. Definitely recommend you start warm, then go to cold. Second tip, use deep breaths, right? Especially in the initial shock phase before your body adapts to the cold. because you always, even now, I still have a little bit of that shock phase at the start before my body adapts. So when the cold comes, just use deep, quite rapid breaths, right? Diaphragmatic breaths. That will help you to adapt to the cold, and that's a really great way of managing pretty much any stressful situation. Is deep diaphragmatic breathing. Third and finally, last but not least, I would say is surrender. When that cold comes, there is a tendency for the mind to kind of push against it, to resist it, to fight it, to run from it. But actually, if you can concentrate and just go into the experience, so say the cold water's hitting you here, if you can just put your mind right there in that spot, you'll find that the cold dissolves in a way and it transforms, and your experience of it is really different. It's a much quicker adaptation process when you do that. And that's something I noticed when it came to boxing and dealing with the adrenaline and the fear of that. It's the same with public speaking. If you can not see it as a negative thing that you're fighting against, but actually just be a warrior, man, and just embrace it, you find that the energy is really different, and it's a really powerful experience. So yeah, just to quickly recap on those 3 tips. First is go from warm to cold, have a warm shower, and then have about 20-30 seconds of cold at the end. Number 2, use diaphragmatic breathing, deep breaths when the cold hits you. And third and finally, surrender to the cold. Go right into the eye of that storm, and it will transform much quicker. So yeah, I hope you find this useful. I now take cold showers all the time. It's only occasionally, say I want to go to sleep and I'm showering before bed, I might have a warm shower because obviously I'm winding down and I want to relax. But other than that, yeah, I take cold showers all the time. They keep you sharp, they keep you hungry and focused, and I just love the way I feel after taking one. So yeah, I hope you run with that if you're not already. Would love to hear your own thoughts, experiences, tips, comments, anything related to this really. Please feel free to share, and you can contact me directly if you've got any other questions. If I don't know, I'll try and find out for you. Alright, much love, and please do share, or as I like to say, spread a little love.